Hi, I'm Flora Latchall, and today I'm going to teach you how to write a good and catchy song. Over the summer, I had a gig at a small local music venue called The Mint, where I performed some of my original music. The final outcome of my work was received very well, and it made me very happy to see the crowd happy. After the show, a younger girl and her father approached me, and she asked me if I had any advice about her songwriting journey just starting out. She asked, "What are the most important steps of writing a good song?" And for a second I froze. I wasn't exactly sure what to tell her. I haven't taken a class on songwriting, and I rarely think about the process while I'm doing it. This caused me to think, what truly are the most important components and steps of writing a good song? Many musicians will tell you the same thing. The songwriting process is less thought about and more just acted upon. Although there are set forms a song can be written in, the versatility of an artist's creative direction is the reason we have more genres and new greatest hits emerging every year. Some of you who aren't so musically inclined may be wondering how this could possibly relate to you. And before you do, go look at your Spotify or Apple Music most liked songs and ask yourself, why do you like those songs so much? Why are they so catchy? All songs everywhere start with an idea that is then translated into reality through steps that we call the songwriting process. I have been writing songs in various genres since I was a little kid. Until graduation, I participated in musical theater and advanced choirs, which taught me the importance of a song and what makes it withstand the test of time and remain infamous. In addition, I have taken many guitar classes, which have honed my skill for identifying why something is catchy. However, none of these classes taught me the importance of being a songwriter or what it means to work, and that means hard work. I have around 3 hours of music and only would like to release around an hour of it. That's because not all songs are great hits. You have to work towards that, and that's something that you learn over time. Believe me when I tell you, I know how to write good music because of how many bad songs I have written. There are a lot of different ways to write a song, different components one can add to establish the sound or genre. However, there are essential pieces that should be present in, if not most or all, good songs. At this time, I'd love to be able to share just the 4 most crucial ones. 1. Define what you're trying to convey through lyrics. 2. Create a melody with those lyrics and establish structure. 3. Find a strong chord progression on the guitar that establishes rhythm. This also will establish your tempo. And 4, find a hook in the song and find a home base to return to. The most important thing to know is everyone is different, and these steps can be applied and used in very different ways. The first step anyone should take when beginning to write a song is to write lyrics with a decisive idea on the topic. To write lyrics, you need to convey a message. Connect with your heart and connect with your emotions. Write from experience, because this is where all the passion comes from. No one wants a song that they can't relate to or they can't see the writer relating to. Use rhymes, analogies, and metaphors and other figurative language to relate to the reader and draw a picture to them. Paint something beautiful. Your English teacher is your best friend here. So a visual representation would be my own. I use repetition in the first couple lines, and then I start using figurative language. My soul starts to weep. You're the one I want to need. Every ounce drips out of me. Those are just examples of figurative language that can be helpful within writing. Now that you have your lyrics, you should begin to move on with establishing a melody of those lyrics. Establishing a melody that creates structure is the most important thing. Write a plan. Freeform writing can be very overwhelming, so try to write a chorus melody and make sure you work your way back from that to do the verses. Sometimes the most catchy thing is the hardest thing to write, so start with that. Put down your instrument and notebook and listen to some songs that are the most important to you. This is where you can draw inspiration. And take account song structure. Another example would be this: A, B, A, B, C, B. A for verse, B for chorus, and C for bridge. This is just a basic song structure that you can follow to help you, but there's many out there, and this doesn't have to be one that you are stuck to. Other people have modified this and made their own. Now that we have a strong melody that follows a set structure, let's look at the chords to help farther define the melody. Find a strong chord progression on the scale of any given instrument that establishes rhythm. I suggest starting with the C major scale, as it's the most common one. This is because it doesn't have any sharps or flats, so it's hard to go off key. This is also the most basic key in the guitar, so it's very easy to work with if you're using guitar, which I suggest learning guitar. But yeah, so you basically have to identify your chords as well. So these are the most common chords that are used on the guitar: C, A, G, E, G, and those are going to be your best friends. You can modify these chords to as you see fit and play around with the progressions of them. This is going to be how you establish something, and you want to make sure that these chords create anticipation within the lyrics so they match your melody that you're singing. Now that we have our chords flow smoothly with our melody, let's establish the song's hook as well as a home base that we will return to. To confirm your home base, you need to look at how many chords you have and what you return to the most. The chord that's most comfortable, it's often G or C, you will return to as a sense of return fullness for the listener. You don't want a song without a home base because it will not be able to be sang along to and it won't be comforting. And then looking at a hook or focal point, this is a point of the song that you will never return to, but that you work towards the whole song. It's usually going to be the climax of the song and the most exciting part. This is dire to having a catchy song because if you're not working towards anything, then no one wants to listen to it. Cut out the dead wood. No one wants a 9-minute song with 8 different verses all sounding the same. This is one of the most important parts. In all the endless ways someone can create a song, there is no set structure that someone needs to perfectly fit. The reason we have new genres every now and then is because music has no set structure and it has tactics and its skills can be applied in different ways how artists see fit. It just makes songwriting a little easier to have these in your belt. These tactics can be overwhelming, so for that sake, they can be simplified into those 4 steps. Those steps being trying to convey the song through lyrics, creating a melody with those lyrics and establishing structure, finding chord progressions on any instrument that establishes rhythm, and finding a hook in the song and a home base that establishes the genre. Remember, these tools are here for your own convenience. If they end up delaying your process, then don't use them or modify them so how they work for you. And in all, I'll show you a perfect product of what we would get by applying this.